So now let's touch on the phases of price. Phases of price is an integral concept that we need to apply as day traders in order to put ourselves on side in the market. Specifically, we as day traders are looking to catch the expansion phase of price for any time frame fractal we are trading. We want to trade a daily expansion candle with a 4-hour expansion candle with a 1-hour or 30-minute expansion fractal. Now, how do we do that? Well, let's consider this generic flowchart here and walk through each of the variants of price and phases that can deliver from an expansion. So let's talk about what happens when we have an expansion phase followed by a retracement into another expansion phase. Now, this is a classic internal range to external range variant of the universal model, where we see a reversal at some interesting point in the market, followed by expansion higher, a phase of retracement, which leaves failure swings in the market into our internal range of liquidity, and then we see another expansion. If we look at our generic flowchart on the right-hand side, you can see this is when expansion retraces into a key level, we get a lower time frame reversal signature, and then we expand higher. This in here is going to be your bread and butter continuation setups in the market, and is very commonly seen when price is reaching for an external objective. What about consolidation after expansion? When expansion is met with consolidation, there is an interesting dynamic that can occur. We can leave this consolidated range following this generic expansion higher or lower in one of two ways. We can either consolidate into an expansion phase, because consolidation can never reverse, or we can perform a local AMD, which is where we accumulate, we manipulate the consolidation range low, and then we expand. In both cases, what is important and integral to realize is that when consolidation is what meets expansion, we will not form reversal. That is to say that after price forms this consolidation leg, we must run the external range high either by first expanding higher before trading lower, or by trading lower and manipulating the range high before expanding higher. This is how we can frame our power of 3 or AMD setups in the market. Let's take a look at the final case, which is when expansion is met with expansion. Now, when this signature forms, this is a hallmark of reversal, and this is where we see our V-shaped recoveries, our change in the states of delivery, and the market shifting from a buy program to a sell program. When expansion is met with expansion in the opposing direction, we now look to frame reversals of the market and a universal variant, such as IRL to ERL, ERL to IRL, or ERL to ERL, targeting the opposing side of the range, right? This specific example is what you're going to see on every single lower time frame of your universal model variance. No matter what point of interest is at this low, whether it is a fair value gap or an old swing, this is the lower time frame signature that is going to be considered your reversal signature. Expansion met with expansion. Notice how this small fractal in here of expansion met with expansion will also be seen when we are leaving consolidated ranges, like in here, and when we are trading from internal to external or from a retracement to expansion. This signature in here is the core of trading reversals and seeing a wick form on a higher time frame candle.